Hey everyone, it is your girl Kiki, and I am back with another video. So, today I'm not going to do a movie, but I am going to do something a little different. Um, Lately, for some reason, I've been kind of wanting to reminisce on The Cosby Show, and I have been having these feelings of nostalgia and just wanting to watch the show. I haven't, but I did see a couple of streaming apps that they do air the Cosby Show on. So I'm gonna look into that because I've just been wanting to watch it. I do want to say that give a disclaimer that if this triggers anyone due to Bill Cosby's you know um allegations or everything that was going on with him, I would advise to maybe skip over this video. Me personally, I don't agree with anything that um you know they they are accusing him of, or said that he did. However, the Cosby Show is a very positive show that I grew up on, and I just don't believe, me personally, that I would have to just throw away the show or look at the show negatively because of what he did as a person outside of the character that he played. Also, there's other actors on the show that brought a lot of life and positivity to the show. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. um I totally respect you if you don't want to stay tuned to this video. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. The Cosby Show aired in 1984, created by Ed Weinberger and Michael J. Leeson. This show stars Bill Cosby as Cliff Huxtable and Felicia Rashad as Claire Huxtable. These two are a married couple. Claire is a lawyer and Cliff is a OBGYN doctor. Specifically, he delivers babies. This couple has 5 children, and I like to discuss my view of this amazing show along with some not so popular opinions I have. My first talking point is that I've always liked how the show was realistic. It was portrayed like a perfect fam. It wasn't, I'm sorry, portrayed like a perfect family dynamic, but it was a healthy and happy one. Claire was hands down a feminist. Let's just be honest. Do y'all remember the episode where Elvin was talking to Claire about what a woman should do versus a man? Now, don't get me wrong, Elvin was an a-hole, and I don't agree with all he was saying and how he came at her, but she didn't like the term he used, which was her serving Dr. Huxtable. I think because she got him a cup of coffee or something. She was offended and said she's not a waitress or something along the lines of that. Now, in my opinion, she shouldn't have been offended because in a marriage and as a wife, we should be serving our husbands. Even the Bible says this. Her ego was involved, but that's not an insult, and she took offense to that. But as married couples, I think you should be serving one another. So I think the term serving is what really triggered her. Claire also had times where she felt like women and men can do the same things. That time when she hurt her foot, she barely wanted anyone to help her. She didn't like to show weakness and she was fully independent. There's nothing wrong with these things, but when you have a husband, you should want to depend on him to a degree. And is nothing weak about being vulnerable. I think sometimes we don't realize there's a lot of strength in being vulnerable. So that's my opinion on Claire being a feminist. Okay, my next talking point is that Denise, played by Lisa Bonet, was definitely a crash out. Isn't that what the young kids say? Crash out? Yeah, she was a crash out. Y'all, think about it. That girl was wild. She went from going to college to not wanting to go back to college to wanting to be in the music industry to not wanting to do that anymore. Then she traveled the world and came back married to a divorced military man that had a 3-year-old child, which was Olivia, played by Raven Simone. That young lady didn't know what she wanted. Let's just be honest. Then she didn't mail off the housing paperwork like she was supposed to for her and her husband, which made them end up having to live with the Huxtables for a while. She didn't even tell her parents that she got married. She just came home married. Like, what? That's wild. Who does that? I always felt like Sandra, the oldest daughter, was a bit boring. Like, for some reason, I was never really drawn to her character. Theo was always funny and he definitely brought greatness to the TV show. I feel that Cliff and Claire had a different yet effective approach to disciplining and raising their children. It makes me wish that more parents took the time to actually raise, love, and nurture their children. Vanessa was kind of a crash out too, when you think about it. Her going to that concert that she wasn't supposed to go to, get engaged to Davnis when she was 18 and he was like 30 or close to it, and her getting drunk that one time. Rudy, being the youngest and the baby, really didn't do any wrong. I mean, she was adorable, sweet, and funny. Yes, she got into things sometimes, but that was to be expected. I love the fact that both Claire's parents and Cliff's parents were still married. They created dances, activities, had amazing talks, and so on and so forth. All the things that make up a great atmosphere and home for children to thrive and grow up in. I don't think The Cosby Show should have been taken off air for a few reasons. The first being that there are a few actors on that show that really didn't appear in many things after that. So I'm sure that taking the show off air because of Bill Cosby's allegations affected their residual paychecks. I mean, why make them suffer? Why make everyone suffer because of what Bill Cosby had going on in his separate life? Also, the show represents so much, especially for Black people. Cliff and the rest of the cast are characters playing fictional roles that impacted so many in a positive way. I'm glad it's back on some streaming services. And while I do understand and empathize with victims that experience whatever they experience with Bill Cosby, I just think that the show brought a lot of positivity to people's lives, young, old, just different people from different walks of life. Okay, so now I want to do a couple of fun facts you may or may not know. Now, did y'all know that Whitney Houston actually turned down the role to play Sandra Huxtable because she was strictly focused on her music at the time? Then, of course, Sabrina LaBeouf got the role. Can y'all see Whitney Houston being one of the Huxtables? Let me know in the comments. Another fun fact is, did y'all know that Sandra Huxtable wasn't originally a part of the script? Sandra wasn't going to be a part of the Cosby Show, but Bill Cosby wanted to show and display the accomplishments of successfully raising a child, meaning a child that's already an adult, already, out of the house, and showing their success of raising a child. The last fun fact is that Sandra is only 10 years younger than Felicia Rashad, her TV mom, Claire. I don't know if it's true, but I read somewhere that that's another reason. Well, not another reason, but that's a reason that she almost didn't get the role because she was so close in age to Felicia Rashad. And being that Felicia Rashad was going to play her mother, I guess that, can be a little conflicting. But anyway, that wraps up this episode of Nostalgia TV. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. If you have any suggestions, we are on the road to 500. So I thank you everyone that continuously subscribe to me. And I am going to be posting more frequently. So just be on the lookout and please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I thank you for tuning in. Until next time, bye.